Hello, it is Hayden back with another video. And today I'm going to talk about a little bit of a different topic. And this topic today is the male dating coaches or teachers that are really worth your time, because there's a lot of them out there. And trust me, I've sifted through a lot of bullshit, a lot of different ideologies when it comes to dating as a guy and how you should go about it. But today I'm going to share with you the two people that I really do think are worth your time. So to begin, it's a little bit with my personal story with these two people. So I, as any man does, want to have success in the dating market, and I want to explore, opportunities and such. So, I do have a little bit of success coming from these two people, and I have to give them that. And what I basically do is whenever I get back from classes is I sit in front of the TV, I play Smash Brothers, and I listen to audiobooks and listen to YouTube videos. It's a simple pleasure of mine, but I can guarantee you that it has gained me so much more knowledge just from me sitting on my ass and playing Wolf in Smash Bros. So I came about these two people after a breakup, and it was a good breakup. I mean, I think I needed it, and it was mutual. But after that breakup, I was like, okay, how can we make this better? I'm an upgrader in life. I want to keep upgrading things, make them get better and bigger, and just let's get the best we can do, really. So first, I came across Dr. Robert Glover. He's a doctor, and he has written 2 books. You may have heard of the first one, but his second one is a little bit more underground, but I think it's the more applicable one. So his first book is No More Mr. Nice Guy. And basically what it tells you is this book says, hey, you need to be more forward with your dating intentions, because most men, me included, before I read this book, they tend to become friends with the woman they want to get into a relationship with, and they tend to say this hypothetical couple or people, this dude is interested in this girl, and they've been friends for about 6 months, and then all of a sudden this dude will just build up the courage finally to tell this girl, like, hey, I'm actually into you, and all that friend stuff we've been doing, yeah, I've been really doing that because I wanted to ask you out. Doesn't really end well with the woman. Almost never ends well. And throughout the book, he tells you ways you can really become more into your male power and not be as much as a nice guy. And what I got from the book is that you don't need to impress everyone. You need to be more masculine, in the sense of that, like, it's women orbit you, you don't orbit women. So it's the opposite, yeah. So women orbit you, you don't orbit women, because that tends to lead to both people getting hurt. Not only you, but the woman, because she was happy to have a friendship, but then you drop this nuke onto her saying, I'm actually into you. So that's a really good book. I recommend that. Second of his book is Dating Essentials for Men. I think this is one of the best books if you want to upgrade your dating as a man in general. Now, one of the reasons why I made this video is because sifting through a bunch of dating coaches or teachers, you tend to get 2 sides. The left is the really nice guy. It's like, whatever she wants, she can get. Or the right side, it's like, she should be a housewife and she should fucking cook for me every day. I would say that this book is the direct middle of that. It is the direct middle of those 2 sides. I would say Dr. Glover in general is a little bit more right here, a little bit further from middle, more towards the right, but nowhere to the point where it's egregiously terrible. But Dating Essentials for Men, I think, is one of the best books any man can read in general. I put it up there with books like The Way of the Superior Man. it's definitely a must read in terms of the content, what's in it. So what is in it? So basically, Dr. Glover goes throughout the entire book explaining, hey, dating isn't as serious as you think it is, especially the first date. He takes a long time describing the first date and how it's really more of an interview process. And later on in this video, that interview process is going to make a lot more sense when I describe the second person. So he also explains that there are different types of relationships. Some relationships are more romantic, some are more sexual, but that's all okay because we're not nice guys and we tell women up front what we actually want because we aren't nice guys. And because of that, we get more in life, more from just women, more than just from just women. You get more in life because you are standing up for yourself. You are telling people, hey, I don't think this is right, or hey, I do think this is right. I should not, I shouldn't have to deal with this because I have standards for myself. I respect myself. So another thing that really was like my eye opener of that book is a quote that he says that women are like, life is a good sundae, okay? And women tend to be the cherry on top of that sundae. Now, do you need a cherry to make a good sundae? No, you don't. But would the sundae would be so much better if it did have a cherry on it, right? That's why I like that quote so much. It's like, basically what this quote means is once you have your own type of world built around your life, like your fashion sense, your home decorating. He talks about that, like you're decorating your home, like a nice life, nice car. You don't necessarily need these things like to be super luxurious, but they need to be really authentic to you. And the fact that you have them is a really attractive option for a woman because what he said in No More Mr. Nice Guys, you invite the woman into your life, not the opposite. You should invite her, not her inviting you. So I really like Dr. Glover. I like his ideas. I think I like them so much because they're not super like authoritarian when it comes to women. It's like you can't wear certain clothing items because it makes me feel like other men are gonna look at you. No, that's why I like him, because he isn't like that. He says women act the way they do because that's just the way they are. Play to their cards. And that's why I like him so much. Now, the second person I'm going to talk about is Dr. Orion Taraban. He has a YouTube channel called Psychax, and it's let me just be straight up. I like his videos because a lot of them are really bingeable. They're under 5 to 12 minutes is the range of the videos, and it's no bullshit. It's just straight to the point. He makes his point. He gives it he tells you why it's important, and then he ends it. Perfect. So many more YouTube channels just need to be like that. Just like this. I'm talking to you. I get to the point. I don't waffle around. And it's perfect. But one of the major things I learned about from Dr. Ryan Taraban is this. Women see dating men like men see the interview process or hunting for a job. Let me give you an example. So, say you're working 40 hours a week for $25 an hour. Pretty good, yeah. But what if someone offered you a job for $50 an hour, $20 hours a week for less hard work? You'd probably leave that job really quick, because I know I would. I really would. I would leave that job so fast. So, that's one way to frame dating. It's like, if this were a job opportunity, would I take this opportunity? But in this scenario, you are the opportunity as a person, and the woman is you looking for that opportunity. If no, you've got some work to do. And I like that. I like that he says, well, if no, you have some work to do. Another thing I like about him is that you see a lot of Instagram videos of like stuff like from Jubilee that's like a dude asking a woman, what do you bring from the what do you bring to the table? Because I know I bring money and stuff like that. And the woman's like, obviously I bring sex. Women bring sex to the table for men. It's obvious. If you want to beat around the bush and think that that's not the case, you can cope and say that all you want, but that's just so happens to be the case in heterosexual relationships. But I've always wondered, it's not always super obvious what men bring to the table when it comes to dating and stuff like that, until I saw a couple videos by a Dr. Ryan Taraban, and he said that men tend to bring commitment to the table. And he gave the example of, have you ever seen a woman propose to a man for marriage? No, you haven't. You haven't. And if you have, that's a super outlier. That's an outlier to the 9th degree. So men bring commitment, and women bring sex. And it just so happens to be a trade deal. It's never 50-50. It's a give and take. So say I give like commitment to a woman, I do want sex out of that. Or when I say sex, I mean more intimate, like a sexual encounter. Let's just put it that way, a sexual encounter. And if the sides are too skewed, it tends to be a bad relationship or a freaky one, like a sugar mama or something like that. I don't even want to talk about that, but it's that commitment to sex ratio tends to want to be you need to be closer instead of higher, but one is always going to be higher. One man's going to be committing a lot more, or woman's going to be giving a lot more sex to that man in order to keep him. But either side is doing what they can give uniquely to their gender to keep the opposite. So another topic from Dr. Ryan Taraban I really like is that he's so, like, how do I put this? He is very just calm when he talks. He's got a very good listening voice. He's like a really good radio voice. And again, his videos are super bingeable. And before we move on to the conclusion, I would like to ask you to subscribe. I am trying just to record videos to see where they go, and I'm really enjoying the process right now. It would really mean a lot if you subscribe and like the video. Okay, so in conclusion, those two people are, I think, one of the greatest examples of good male dating coaches that have a net positive for you in the long run. Because most of them was like, buy my course and you will finally unlock the secret to how to get in any woman's pants without even doing anything. All you gotta do is stand there. What bullshit, am I right? None of this is real. But after sifting through so much content in this area of YouTube, I think only Dr. Ryan Taraban and Donald Glover, Robert Glover, not Donald Glover, not Childish Gambino, Robert Glover are the only two people you should really be listening to, in the fact that they give really good advice that isn't super polarized to any of these sides, remember? So I hope you like this video. It was kind of a different topic from my other videos, but hey, it's my channel. I get to decide what I make. I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope you have an amazing year, because it's second month of the year and we're only getting started. Thanks for watching.